Get on people, Luke here from LAGFX. We're back today with another Sunday Sessions video. If you're new to this series, it is basically where we choose a few pairs that we feel hold good potential for profitable positions in the coming week, and we highlight specific zones and areas in price, allowing you guys to apply those zones and areas to your own charts, and hopefully you guys can profit with us in the coming week. If you guys have any questions regarding the analysis we go through today, please leave them in the comments below, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. If you do go on to enjoy this video, don't forget to leave it a thumbs up, as all the support you guys provide is very much appreciated. Now, with all that being said, let's jump straight into today's Sunday Sessions video. So the first pair that I'm going to go over today is the NZD to the Canadian dollar. As you can see, this market has been trading us in a bearish way for a very long time. We are looking at this market on the daily time frame at the moment. What we have been delivered with as of recent is a break of structure to the upside. So this tells us that this current bearish wave trading us lower has now finished, and a new trend trading us to the upside is now ready to take place. Now, what we are seeing at the moment is price actually putting in its first corrective wave within this new bullish structure. So in order for us to get involved in any positions in this market, what we want to see is for price to trade down and into an area of demand, for price to pick up that demand, for enough demand to be introduced, and for that to give us a full S&D flip to the upside, instigating and starting that next impulsive wave trading us higher. So as you'll notice, what I like to do when we look for areas of supply or demand, I always look at the impulsive wave that broke the structure, i.e. this one, and I fully investigate this entire impulsive wave for any inefficiency and any areas that may have been left unmitigated, i.e. order blocks. So this here represents an unmitigated order block on the lower time frames. What we want to see now is for price to trade down and into this, as I said to you earlier, for demand to be introduced and for our next impulsive wave to start trading us higher, so we can take full advantage of that impulsive wave. So when we look at this as a whole, we will see that we have an impulse followed by a correction followed by an impulse. So we have a low set, a high set, a higher low, and a higher high, and that's clear bullish structure. So we want to take full advantage of that next impulsive wave that trades us higher. Now, what we have seen just last week is actually price beginning to trade higher. And I feel that this is because price needs to come and trade up and into this to grab any remaining supply in order to trade us down and into this demand zone, where we'll then have that S&D flip. So what we can expect in the coming week is for price to continue trading us higher temporarily into this supply zone. As you can see, I've highlighted another unmitigated area within price. This is a last buy to sell region. We want to see price trade up and into this for supply to be introduced, that to put in its next fractal impulsive wave that trades us down into this demand zone, and then from there we can get involved in those longer term buy positions. So if you're wanting to take part in this market this coming week, what I would do is I would look for areas, fractal areas of demand for price to trade up, allowing us to get involved in some temporary buys where we could then look to go short down and into this demand zone, where we can then look to go long longer term. So this coming week, just try and find any areas of demand and ensure that price is following the correct laws and parameters in order to get involved in those temporary long positions. Once price trades us into the supply zone, we can close those buy positions and enter in some temporary shorts, trading price down and into this demand zone, where we will then be looking to get involved in those longer term buy positions. So if you haven't done already, pause the video, go to the 4-hour time frames, and you'll see this area in price highlighted out for yourself, as this is going to be an area we could look to go short from. And as I said to you before, look to go long temporarily this week. Just ensure you've been delivered the right confirmation in order to execute those positions. Okay, now heading over to the Great British Pound to the US dollar. You can see here how I've marked out an area of supply. Pause the video now, mark this out for yourself. This can be found on the 1-hour time frames, and we are highlighting this last buy to sell candle here. Now what I want to see is for price to trade up and into this to clear any remaining supply in order to continue trading price lower. What we have seen recently is price pull back, and I think this is just to set another higher low in order to confirm and continue this bullish trend trading us up and into the supply zone. So this week I will be waiting for price to recover, going on to set its next higher high within this bullish correction. And I will really want to see price trade up and into this so we can get involved in those short positions. So personally, I will be holding off from this market, and I'll be waiting for further confirmation and in order to enter in any short positions from this zone. And if for any reason my analysis is invalidated by a break in these lows here that would be seen as protected, then we can just look to go short from any areas of fractal supply, which could be found from the impulsive wave that breaks that structure to the downside. So as mentioned, if you haven't highlighted out this zone for yourself, by all means do so now. Wait for the right confirmation in order to enter, and then get yourself involved. Okay, so moving over to the euro to the New Zealand dollar, you can see here how prices traded us up and into a higher time frame supply zone. It's given us the confirmation of bearishness via a break of structure to the downside. This was the last protected low within this bullish structure, as this low created the highest high. We've now seen price trade below that, breaking that structure, confirming to us that price is now looking to go short. I did highlight this zone out for all the clients over in the Learning Lounge group chat. So if you aren't involved in the Learning Lounge group chat, get yourself involved, because I send out free trades all the time. And if you don't follow me on TradingView, I would definitely recommend doing that as well, because this was also sent to the people over on TradingView. Now, what we wanted to see was for price to trade up and into this and then reject to the downside. Price did exactly that. This was a lovely 1 to 10 risk reward ratio trade that offered us with nearly 20% returns if you were risking 2%. Now, moving forward, what do I want to see happen? Well, I want to see price put in a corrective wave, trading us up and into this supply zone here. Now, this coming week, what do I want to see price do? Well, I want to see price put in its next corrective wave, just as it did do here, trading us into this supply zone where we can then get involved in further short positions. So, if I just get a path tool out, you'll see for yourself how I want to see price trade up, grab any remaining supply, and then trade us lower, creating that new lower high and a new lower low, following the laws of bearishness. So this is the area of supply that I've got marked out. I'll give you the exact increments now. So this is the area in price I am looking to go short from. I will be holding off from this market and waiting patiently for the right confirmation in order to enter in short positions. I won't really be looking to place any buys trading us into this, just because it's going to take this high here to break to the upside for us to be able to look for buy positions. And by the time price does that, we are well on our way into the supply zone. So I will just be holding off and trading with the prevailing trend. Okay, now heading over to the gold market, we can see here how price is putting in a corrective wave at the moment. We have recently had an impulsive wave that traded us lower, breaking previous lows within this market. So we've had confirmation of further bearishness, which is brilliant. If you have been following these Sunday session videos for a while now, you will know that I was asking and telling people to go short from this area here, 2049-ish, and we've since seen price trade us down into the 1887 region. So anyone who got involved in shorts from here should be seeing some good profits. Now, I'm expecting this bearishness to continue, but I do want to see price continue to put in this initial corrective wave fractally to trade us up and into this supply zone, where then we can then expect a higher time frame impulsive wave to trade us lower in this market. So whilst price is within this corrective phase, putting in this bullishness, it is important to find areas of demand in order to get involved. So what I've gone ahead and done is highlighted an area out for you all that we could look to get involved in some temporary long positions, trade price up and into this supply zone where we can then close those longs and prepare to sell with a longer term bias. So if you haven't done already, pause the video and mark this out as an area of demand, as an area that we can buy into. And if you haven't marked this area of supply out for a longer term short, then apply this to your charts as well. But ultimately, this market is within a bullish correction, so we could be looking for buys, but we need to be prepared to go short once we see a penetration of the supply zone here. Okay, now finally moving over to the AUD USD market, you can see how this was once a bullish market, putting in the laws of bullishness, higher highs and higher lows. What we have seen recently is price actually break a protected low. So this tells us that price is no longer looking to follow the laws of bullish structure and is now looking to follow the laws of bearishness. So as we know, when price breaks structure to the downside or breaks structure to the upside, we always look at the impulsive wave that broke the structure to find any areas that have been left unmitigated or any areas that price could come to trade up and into or down and into in order to set the first initial lower high or higher low, dependent on the direction we're trading in. For this market, it would be a lower high. We obviously want to see price now trade up to put in that first corrective wave, to trade into a area of supply, to set that lower high before trading down to set its new lower low in the market. So whilst price is within this corrective phase, we can be looking to go long to trade up and into one of 3 supply zones that I've got marked out here. So it's important that we look for areas of demand to actually trade into this market. Well, after doing some extensive analysis and research on this market, I have actually identified an area of demand that price has just traded into. So when it comes to placing positions this week, what I'm actually looking for now, if we go down to the lower time frames, I do actually want to see a break in the last protected high within the bearishness that traded us down and into this fractal demand zone. So looking at this one here would be a good standpoint to give us the confirmation that price is ready to put in that next fractal impulsive wave within this higher time frame correction. Now, once we have a break in structure here, I will be expecting price to pull back fractally to put in that initial higher low, and that's where we'll be looking to get involved in. So if you haven't done already, highlight this high out for yourself, 0.6612, as an area we want to see break in order to give us the confirmation that price is ready to continue trading us higher. And then once price pulls back, we can look to get involved in buy positions in this market. We can expect a break like this and price to pull back before trading us higher like so. And a break of structure would be displayed something like this. That would be the confirmation we needed in order to get involved in those buy positions. Now we can expect this bullishness to continue for a very long time, as these areas of supply are quite a distance away. But once we see price eventually trade up and into one of 3 supply zones, we will then be looking to close any buy positions and preparing to go short in this market. Now that is going to conclude my Sunday sessions video this week. I hope you guys have enjoyed. I've given you my clear bias for 5 markets here, so take with that as you will. I've given you some zones and areas to mark out for yourselves as well. And if you have any questions or queries regarding this analysis, please leave them in the comments below. And if you aren't involved in the Learning Lounge group chat, get yourself involved. Now, with all that being said, I hope you guys have enjoyed, and we'll catch you all in the next one.